Hi everybody, so Ahangarzadeh here. I'm hoping you guys remember me from the kerfuffle called the MALT610 experience, we'll refer to it this week. I wanted to just kind of give you an overview of what's going on so everybody feels a little bit more comfortable about how things are landing and you all know what's up. So it turns out that there was some sort of a special thing that had occurred over the course of the last, I want to say month or so. The summer courses for this final capstone project are usually taught by the full-time professors on the campus, only because the people that are normally teaching it throughout the year are usually, district administrators or school administrators, and we take summers off, right? And so often they'll have the local university professors step in. In this case, there was some sort of an issue, I assume, I'm not sure, but what ended up happening is they had to teach 2 of the courses simultaneously, and that's usually not something that's done, especially not with adjunct professors. But I've been with them for a while now, and I think just as much as I like working with the university, I think we get along well, and I think what they did is then they offered me the course to teach it, and when they sent me that contract, it had the same numbers on it, right? It's MALT610. But apparently they got permission from somebody to be able to teach, to have a adjunct actually teach both lines at the same time. And it makes total sense, right? Because 610A, which is the asynchronous course, totally offline. Of course, you're all welcome to join any of our lectures anytime you like to. That's kind of like, because it's happening at the same time that the on-grounds version, which is just the 610 course, right? We're meeting every Monday, Wednesday, 5:30 to 8. It's the same content, right? So you can jump in on that. It's not as if I, as the educator, well, actually, that's not true. I do. My job has doubled because, of course, now I have to provide responses and feedback to both sets of classes. So again, it's just a very special circumstance that's occurred. It's like I said, I think what ended up happening is they went through the process of getting the permissions to get this done, and they got it all happened, except because I guess I'm assuming this, I don't really know, but I'm assuming because it may have taken some time and it was so unusual, they just forgot to tell the guy who's going to actually do it. Now, technically, I think they may have, and I just, I have such a hectic life that but no, I don't think they did. And, again, it's because it's very busy and things are, very strange in this COVID world, especially now that we're kind of, slowly coming out of it. People are really kind of going, so are we in COVID stage? Are we not in COVID stage? So there's a lot of things in flux. Anyway, I just want to make sure that everybody feels totally comfortable. Due dates are strict, without question, except because we had this, kind of a, as I said, kerfuffle. Does anybody know how to spell kerfuffle? I'm going to look. We're okay with late due dates as far as this week is concerned and next week is concerned, with the single exception of the discussion assignment for next week. And what I'm telling you is that in order for it to actually even be a discussion, you will need to meet at least the Thursday deadline. So the Thursday deadline for any of the discussion assignments is your initial submission, whether you're doing this on async or synchronous, right? The thinking is then to give all of your classmates opportunity between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to review what your submission is and actually consider, providing you some feedback, again, asynchronously, right? So if you don't meet that Thursday deadline, right, and if you submit your initial submission Friday night or Saturday night or so, you're probably not going to get any feedback from anybody because you'll be, pretty down the totem pole, and somebody will be reading somebody else's submissions, and they'll get to a place where they'll go, oh, I want to respond to this, and they won't even get to your submission. But as far as your coursework is concerned for these first 2 weeks, as long as you get it done by the end of the 7 weeks for the asynchronous team and 14 weeks for the synchronous team, you'll be fine. I'll have to take a little bit longer time to grade the first couple of weeks of submissions, but we'll get to it, okay? But certainly beginning week 3 onwards, please make sure that you understand the expectation is absolute deadlines are to be met. And really, all that means, gang, is just you got to get the reading done, right? If you can plan out the reading, if you can really commit to the reading, and I'm talking maybe 2-3 hours a week at least just for reading. I mean, if you're really going to do it, right? I mean, like close reading, right? Note taking, underlining, things of that nature, interpreting. There are a lot of students that work like that, you know, mostly because they were taught to work like that. So if you can just dedicate yourself to the reading itself, you'll see your submissions, your responses, and whatnot, it'll come naturally because the content is so fascinating, I think. So, but again, word to the wise, don't let anything wait. This is not the class to procrastinate. And I think as graduate students and as Redlands Bulldogs, we know that. We don't procrastinate. So having said all that, I hope you guys go into the weekend with some good time set aside to read that first chapter of Cresswell. Get really into it. It's interesting. It sets the tone for the next 14 weeks of your life. So my hope is that you will, you know, embrace this opportunity and think of this hiccup that we had as just a bad dress rehearsal. There's a saying in show business, which is if you have a bad dress rehearsal, usually your opening night is going to be fantastic. So let's consider the next 12 weeks of our life the opening night, 13 weeks of our life, the opening night of the MALT610 summer experience. All right, gang, you have my Twitter information, you have my cell phone. Please text me before you call me, so I know who you are. And of course, you can email me at any time. Please keep in mind that I'm carrying like a 40-50 person caseload, so I will try to respond in 24 hours to anybody. I'll try to do better, but if I fall short, I hope you will forgive me. Okay, have a good one, guys.